Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Webisode 12.
Hello, how are we all?
We're at Speedshow. I just got up early and shot up to Auckland. The girl's washing her car.
I'm impressed. This is the earliest Nick has ever been up in the morning.
Well, not only that, I actually got up at about 6:45 and then left at 8 and got here at 10. So that was a 2-hour drive, and that was coming the Kaimai way through Matamata, so that's pretty good.
So basically you left Tauranga about the same time I left East Auckland, and you got here earlier than I did.
Yeah, I was here first, and I got a better park because I got a fancy media pass, and Moppie didn't because Speedshow was stingy and they only gave us one media pass.
Yeah, where's my media pass, Speedshow?
Moppie is a serious motoring journalist, he needs one.
Absolutely, I'm going to say some very serious and important things about some of these cars.
Like what? Like Sanyong truck racing is kind of silly.
Oh, but it's fun. Have you seen them race in the wet?
No.
All they do is just drift sideways everywhere.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. But then you've got drift racing for that. So.
But then truck racing.
Truck racing would be
cool. Look at the size of the turbo on that. Here is my head. Here is a turbo. Do the maths. Functional.
Yeah,
exactly.
We picked up a Frenchman. This is Jocelyn.
Hey.
Very, very talented photographer. We'll put a link in the description. You can go check out what he does. It's very, very cool. Well, let's have a look around. A Subaru.
It's a Subaru with a Toyota badge on it.
It's a Subaru.
Yeah, Subaru and Toyota made a deal because Toyota are not making a lot of normal internal combustion engines anymore. Everything's hybrid. Subaru, however, probably had a whole lot of excess production of their 4-cylinder boxer engines. Toyota make great chassis, Subaru make an okay engine. They put the two together and they're badged as either a Toyota GT86 or a Toyota 86 and then a Subaru BRZ. Yeah. So you get two cars from two companies, both slightly different, but good collaboration. Possum Bourne's first rally car, fitted with a 215 Oldsmobile V8.
It even smells like a race car.
That is a perfect piece of New Zealand history right there. Isn't it great? There's hardly anyone looking at these new Lamborghinis and Jaguars and Bentleys. Everyone is over here looking at the old classic race cars.
Is this, in fact, the real deal? No, it's a replica. Still. When I sell my house, I'm going to buy a jet ski for the simple reason that living in Tauranga, you need to have a jet ski. The real question is which one to get. There are many, many options. Look at this thing. Which one should I get, Moppy?
It's got 300 horsepower.
It's also $28,000. Look at this one though, this one's for wakeboarding. Look at all this space.
You can do things on there.
Right. International waters.
This looks interesting. What is it?
It's a Toyota V12 1GZ.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Something you don't see very often.
Yeah.
And they're, what capacity are they?
5 litre. 5 litre. Yep.
Found in the Toyota
Century.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there wouldn't be many in the country, would there?
You'd be surprised. There's quite a few. I've got a few mates that are doing other builds. There's a guy that the head architecture and quite a lot of the characteristics of the motor in common with the 4AFE.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's basically 3 Corolla motors bolted together.
Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing it running in a car.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
Cool.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long.
But I need to get my bike license and then get a bike, just because it would make that 2-hour trip like 48 minutes. That's nice, the MT10, I'd get that. Moppy, found a bike. I can't afford an Augusta.
Why not?
Because it's probably like 30 fucking grand. Oh, not far off, 27.
I'm not a bike guy and I think that's pretty.
It is pretty.
It's very pretty.
Another bit of Kiwi nostalgia for you. A Trekker.
Who doesn't want a Trekker?
This thing's awesome.
It is just so beautiful and so wrong.
So much Skoda. This is a mini Dijon. It's very, very small. It's actually bigger than a normal mini, but it's quite low. It's about the same height as my kitchen bench. Don't ask how I know that. So one thing you'll know if you've been with us for a while is I'm not a hot hatch guy at all, and Moppie is. But this Focus RS, I like this. I like this a lot.
It's gone a bit beyond being a hot hatch.
Yeah.
It is just properly fast though.
See if I get my fat ass in it.
But now Ford have brought these in. It means Honda are going to have to bring in the Type R as well.
Wow, you sit really, really high in this car. Oh, and you can't make it lower. No! If there's one thing I hate about cars, like, and almost every car does it except for like Skylines and BMWs, is that you can't get the seat low enough. And this is not only not low enough, I feel like I'm like sitting in a van. Moppie, it's a nice tight little box.
What are they, 300 and something stupid horsepower and all-wheel drive?
Is this all-wheel drive?
Yeah. With a
Sure, this will be fun.
drift mode and the traction control.
Well, we're obviously going to have to find somewhere to try that out. I reckon that I'm going to ring up the guy at Bay Park Stadium and be like, you've got a really big car park that's not used a lot of the time. We need to test the traction control on a Ford Focus RS because we're serious motoring journalists.
Absolutely.
Oh, if you've never heard of these guys, they're called Fraser cars, and they make basically like a little Lotus 7 kit car. And you can buy them finished or done. And what are they worth? What are they worth? Not stupid money. Not stupid money at all. And you get like a bunch of options, a Subaru engine or LS1 or whatever you want. But they're really, really cool. We need to test drive one soon.
Well, Scotty has 2 weeks. 2 weeks max.
What team are you?
I'm Team Red.
That gear stick's in an interesting place. No, officer, I was just changing gear.
Unlike that plumber on the Auckland motorway.
These are awesome until you get underneath them and you realise how mass-produced they are.
Moppie, the thing that you don't seem to
quality.
realise is that this is my dream car. Like, this is going to be my, I've done it, I'm buying myself a car.
Electronic boxes in there with cables coming out of them, and it's just...
No, but the thing is that this isn't about sophistication. This is in fact quite the opposite. This is what Holden should be. Remember I was complaining about that Club Sport?
It's what HSV should be.
Sorry, you're right. No, but what I'm getting at is that this is just a big engine, a big diff, big fat tyres, a manual gearbox, and fuck all else.
Yes, it is just silly analog fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what this car represents.
Yeah.
The purest
And it should be
driving.
cheap.
Well, they are cheap. You can bring these in now for about 65 Kiwi.
No, it should be half that. Hey Nick, I found your ride. It's the short bus.
There is a short bus that goes past my house, but this one's much cooler. Oh, I was right.
That's a neat little Land Rover. Look at the detail in there.
We've been here for 7 hours.
Good little shop this.
Okay. Right.
Finally,
Okay.
he's at the purchasing stage.
Yeah.
It's only been 4 hours.
I was 7 half an hour ago.
Hey, a 450 EXC.
It's a bike with 4 wheels.
These guys are actually marketing their trailer, which is very nice. But it's a very nice escort.
Mark 1 Escort race car.
I'm very much looking forward to getting a jet ski. Wow. Whoa.
Yeah,
4
you're
ski
welcome.
trailer.
Oh, it's windy. It's
It's got its own stereo system. That needs to be taken into account. So another interesting thing that's happened is that the 24 Hours of Lemons has come to New Zealand. What that is it's basically an entry-level 24-hour race. The first one is 16th of September, that's behind me there, and that's going to be, the rules are very simple. It's a $1,000 value vehicle, less safety equipment, so you can spend whatever you like on roll cages, tyres, brakes, things like that, but the car itself can only be worth $1,000. You have to put a roll cage in it.
Motorsport New Zealand Category A. So
plus a couple of bits he said.
Yeah.
But that is going to be a really exciting thing. I don't know if we're going to have time to pull it off this year.
I think we should try for next year.
I think definitely next year we're going to enter that.
Be a
We're
lot
going to
of
enter in a
fun.
big way.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a hell of a fun thing
Awesome
to
thing
do.
Find something real cheap, silly, put a half cage in it.
Something
seats,
funny. It
and
needs to
go
be a
nuts.
funny car.
Yeah.
It needs to be able to smile every time you get in it.
So not a Holden.
That's why you're not on our team. Good little wander around the main hall. Had a good looky. Let's go and get some foods.
I really want some pizza.
I could go pizza.
Definitely pizza.
You guys need to try this. It's good pizza.
Awesome pizza. It is, yeah. Possibly the best pizza in Auckland. I know that's a big ask, but no, it's pretty well up there.
Hello, my lovely.
Hello. Don't you get sick of this thing in your face?
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Good pizza.
Pizza.
Nice curve up there on the inside with the left right-hander. Oh, nearly went off course. Crosses to the middle. And stays around in his jet drags the front car. Vegas just warming up the tyres. It's going to be spectacular. He is on it.
Right, I've never seen a jet car live, and there's one over there.
And we merged the Ford Transit camper van.
Jet car.
I think Nick's excited by the jet car.
Jet car.
It's it'll be cool.
Yeah. You ready for this?
Jet car.
Yeah.
I want a jet car. So we're like just walking out of the event to go over to this other little bit, and it comes over the loudspeaker that someone's left their car running in the car park.
So Nissan X-Trail is sitting there running. The guy says, Nissan X-Trail, here's the rego.
How does one
It's
do
your car,
that?
you know where it's parked, and it's running.
How do you leave your car running?
F9 race car.
Still a Honda.
Fast Honda.
Still a Honda.
Fast Honda.
If you had the choice between, like, with your own money, between that Lambo and that Ferrari, I'd go the Ferrari. It's a crap ton cheaper, and it's gonna, in terms of like dropping panties, the Ferrari is gonna drop just as many panties as the Lambo, and it'll drive better.
Yeah. Yep.
No headshots, Moppy. I can't hit you in the face.
Oh.
Do you want to fight me?
Get beat, mate.
Yeah, that's the point. Would you like to pass comment on the suspension on this car?
There isn't any. Someone's stolen it. Scissor door thing ended in the 90s.
Well, Lamborghini knocked it on the head because every other dickhead started doing it. It's like chef badges on Holdens. No, this is a wrap.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I put photos up on the site a while back.
Oh, you can see the little corner. It's quite pretty, isn't it?
I love that. I think that's brilliant.
The new Audi Q7 as reinterpreted by the English. With the help of the Germans. Actually, it's mostly German, let's just be honest.
Is it open?
No, we're not wealthy enough.
Quick pit stop for dinner. I am going to catch up with Ivana, but she's not well, and I highly doubt she's going to want to be on camera. But I'll give you 3 guesses where we're going. More pizza. As I said, Ivana doesn't want to be on camera, but I got here and look what was here. Pizza! I've been eating pizza all day.
Have you?
I had pizza for lunch today. Morning all. Bit tired, bit of a headache, didn't sleep particularly well. The bed in that motel was not great. But anyway, no, I got up and done some shopping because there are a few things that you can't quite get in Tauranga that you can get in Auckland. So, got some clothes, they're much needed. But yeah, I'm just going to head back home now. I'm going to time the difference between coming over the Kaimais and up to and going down 25A through Pairoa. I think I'll go back that way, a bit of a scenic drive, and test the difference in time, because I did it in about 2 hours and 10 minutes from my house to ASB Showgrounds, but I'm in only Hunga now, so it'll be a little bit off. But still, I wanted to see the difference, because apparently it's much quicker to go the way that I came, but the other way is more interesting. So we shall see. Sweet home, sweet home. There was something that came up, and I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it because I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but like I had a bunch of people come up to me this weekend and be like, hey, you're Nick, or hey, you're from the Empire, or whatever it is, and like that's pretty awesome that people are actually sort of, you know, taking note and getting that involved where they're like, oh, you know, like, you know, and it's turning into a real life thing. I think the thing that and that's awesome, like, don't get me wrong, that's awesome, and I love interacting with you guys when we're out and about. But I think the thing that's interesting is one thing that I've always said is back when I used to work in like TV and stuff, is that like I never really wanted to be famous, and like I not in any way saying that I am, but you know, like I guess it's one of those things that I quite like about New Zealand is that like that whole sort of thing doesn't really matter. I mean, unless you're on sort of like Shorten Street, you know, and then you get the whole tall poppy crap going on. But I mean, other than that, like I mean, everyone that's come up has been super cool and super friendly. And you know, and there's always like, you know, hey, like we like your videos, or you know, we really enjoy the social content or whatever it is, and yeah, like, and that's just been, yeah, like it was just like I don't know what the word is to use. It was, I mean, it's awesome, but like yeah, it was just this weekend. I mean, in the one day at Speedshow, like even when I pulled up, the guy on the gate was like, "Oh, you Nick?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh," I was like, "Have we met?" And he's like, "No, I love what you do," and I was like, "That's awesome." You know, like I'm super stoked that people like our stuff enough to actually point it out, like when we're out and about. Like that makes everything worth doing. But yeah, no, I mean it's an interesting thing. But yeah, I guess we'll get into more on that later. I mean, wait and see if people still give a shit in a couple of months. And on that, actually, again, apologies for the lack of content lately. I still haven't got internet. No idea what's happening there. Could be a week, could be 2 months, could be 2019, who knows. But yeah, anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see the next one, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get emailed straight away. And these people standing in my driveway. Hey.